Hey, it's Jason from Ridgeline Overlanding. Welcome to part 2 in our Project Element series. Yes, part 2. So if you've not seen part 1, please abandon ship, go back and watch part 1, and then come and join us again for part 2 and part 3. It is a Sunday morning, and after church, I'm going to be getting to work on this element. So if you're wondering why my voice sounds extra sexy, that's because Friday night I was rocking out to Foreigner at the Abbey Center. Those guys just killed it. Vacuum time. You know, at a glance, it's really not that bad. Yeah, this is actually going to be pretty quick work, but what I'm going to do is lift up all of these door sills. We'll vacuum in there. It's in the back that the dirt has accumulated a little more, you know, where people's dogs were getting in and out of. So you look into a spot like this and you go, okay, we could spend a few minutes back here. So, all right, let's get this spare tire out of here. So one thing with a project like this where, you know, it's not just detailing, it's not just vacuuming, it's not just wiping this or shampooing seats, it's looking for things along the way. So something like this, do I make note of this removed sheath right now and, you know, make time to go and fix it later? Or do I just stop what I'm doing and I fix it along the way? I'm a bigger fan of fixing stuff along the way. It's OCD and that's why you love me so much, right? Don't forget to like and subscribe. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually just going to clean this up. The reason I'm wearing these dorky headphones, by the way, is because when the vacuum's on, I'd rather have some ear protection. It's rather loud. And then I can also listen to my tunes because these have got Bluetooth speakers built in. So we're going to clean this up, and then we're going to be using a product called Tessa tape. This is like a cloth tape. So I'm going to wrap that around here rather than electrical tape because this will allow this cable to fold better without the tape bunching up. So this tape, easy to apply, hard to remove. Exactly what you want. It's nice and soft. So there you have it. Both sides done. Tessa tape for the win. Next up, this is a nice little protector that just keeps junk from falling between your tailgate and the bumper. There's a few spots here where there's going to need to be some work done. Working our way from back to front. The back's pretty good now. I'm going to take a fine-tooth comb to all of this stuff. We're going to clean it out. What I wanted to do is get the seats up and out of the way so I have better access to the floor as I move forward. But there's all kinds of just gunk in here, so I need to clean these first. So we're going to give the seats a basic cleaning, get them up and out of the way. Just inside here, we got one seat up and out of the way. There's a lot of gunk in here. My OCD is actually surprisingly calm, and the reason why I'm not totally freaking out is because I get what kind of vehicle this is. I look at this and I go, okay, there's been a couple of ladies in Port Moody that have owned this for the majority of their life. They're taking their dogs to the dog beach, on hikes, biking, doing all this kind of stuff, and they're not bothering to clean out their utility vehicle with rubber floors. Honda had exactly this in mind. Use it, enjoy it, maybe clean it every now and again, maybe not. But you know, the nooks and crannies, most people don't clean them anyway. The nice thing about this vehicle, it's pretty easy to get into the nooks, and it's not too hard to get into the crannies. Now we'll start cleaning it with some liquids and some brushes. And hey, for my regular viewers that are watching content on this, if you're thinking, why is he extra hopped up today? How come he doesn't get this excited or passionate about the Ridgeline? I'm just jazzed up. I'm happy to be doing this and restoring and saving and bringing back to health a beautiful element that is low mileage. And you know, interior detail. For a dirty job like this, we are going to be using Simple Green all-purpose cleaner. If I'm doing something a little more nuanced, or for the majority of Sam's work in his gorgeous car, we would use a product like Inner Clean, interior quick detailer from Chemical Guys. So I'm going to just pour Simple Green straight into my wash bucket. And because we're doing a dirty job and I don't want my water to go to waste, we are using a 2-bucket cleaning system like you should be doing for exterior care. So let's keep on taking care of this thing. We're going to just brush it step by step. What I haven't done is attempted to do any repairs in here. I want to fix it and clean it all up first so that I'm working in a clean space, not a dirty space. With this brush, I agitated a lot of this dirt that didn't come out with the vacuum. It lifted it up pretty good. But you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to take this whole plate off because, one, it'll be easier to fix it when I do. And two, for our fans of David Lee Roth, I brought my pencil. Well, that's wedged in there pretty good. So let's just get that thing right out of there. 3 screws out, trim removed. This guy pops out. that was probably a good idea. And this might be the extent of the rust in this vehicle because water gets trapped in there. So that and that little bit of rust in the bottom is all going to get sanded and coated with a rust inhibitor. The joys of being OCD. This was supposed to be a day to vacuum the truck, or the element, front to back. I'm getting carried away. And you know what? I can't believe how clean it actually is. It's just a little bit of gunk built up in here, but gosh, that's 20 years. Holy moly. I'm not complaining, by the way. This is why you remove trim like this around the base of the seat. And we'll be doing the same over here because I found a loonie, a quarter, a lighter, and all kinds of dirt. So let's get vacuuming, keep on cleaning. And the back is pretty much done. Look at how clean. You can almost eat out of there. So one of my favorite accessories for detailing has been these drill brushes. I use the wider one that's not on there. Cleaned this seat up pretty darn good. It's wet. It's bad lighting in here. I'm not going to know for a few days. If this thing just does all the work for you rather than you having to put a bunch of elbow grease in it. I don't like elbow grease. My elbow's actually tweaked from a mountain bike accident. So let's keep going here, guys. We're getting pretty nice here. I've sprayed some rust inhibitor here. That'll just prevent further rusting. So this thing is looking good. It was already running good. After this is done, we start working under the hood. Get her cleaned up under there. And yeah, here's what she looks like empty. This thing has got a lot of space, guys. I've slept in these before, and as long as you got a good air mattress, you're good to go. Vacuumed up one of the seats, and aside from the minorest amount of, I don't know, almost fabric scuffing here, these things are pretty good. That's just moisture from my wet knuckles. Pretty safe to say the previous owners did not have kids. These things are clean. The only real side of wear that I've seen is on the back sides, because these seats have been folded up. So you've got outside wear where people rub up against it, and then pet hair. So you want a low mileage element with no kid damage, this might just be the one. Just a few little, scratch marks from Fido and Bowser. This video brought to you by Chemical Guys. Not really, but this lightning fast stuff works really well. Well, this seat's a little dirtier, so this should be fun. VRP made a difference there, doing that little panel that covers the gap in the tailgate, and you can see a substantial difference. So I've got some stubborn tape residue here. Butter wet wax. Why would I use this on residue? Well, because those guys at Chemical Guys basically told me to. Well, we're getting there. I don't want to use the razor scraper. It is a factory window tint, so it shouldn't be a film, but I still don't want to take that chance. But I can see that we're going to get the vast majority of it off just with this little drywall scraper. Thank you, Chemical Guys. Well, that is it for this segment. The interior is clean, and we are going to make our way onto the engine bay and the exterior and get this thing all dolled up. So, until next time, and there will be a next time, go play outside.